Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube, wherever you may be in the world today. Welcome back to another edition of FX Studio 2, and of course, I am your host, G Sharp Jams. Today's video is not going to be a review of any piece of gear. We're not going to talk about studio talk or anything like that. This is just going to be a little background on me and what my qualifications are and a little bit of history of where I've come from and how I've evolved into the audio engineer that I am today, so to speak. And the reason why I decided to do this is, and I'll be the first one to admit it, I have my email address that's at the end of every video, so if you have any questions, you can always email me and ask me your questions. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. I look at the comments that you leave on the videos that I make, and I try my best to answer all of them. And up until this point, I believe I have been able to answer all of them. Maybe one or two that may have slipped through that I didn't see or didn't get to, but I welcome that. So please continue to send your comments, your suggestions, send me your emails, everything. Critique. I can take critique. I welcome the questions. I welcome the suggestions. Everything that you want to talk about, I'm willing to talk about it with you. No problem there. Here's the issue. I offer this platform using my time, and it takes time to make these videos. These videos aren't something that I throw together in 5 minutes and then go into some software editing and get it done in 15 minutes. These videos take time. I have to prepare what it is that I'm going to talk about. I run through and practice them 2 or 3 times before I actually go live on the air with the video. They take time to do, and it's my time. Here's the ask. Understand that I'm doing this for my personal satisfaction, and I'm doing this to share my ideas or my experience with you. Okay? There is no reason, and there never will be a reason, for me to produce a video and send it out to you for you to watch if I don't understand what it is that I'm talking about. It's just not going to happen. I will tell you this. Every video that I make, I have either used the piece of equipment sometime in my career, or I own that piece of equipment. And if I don't have either one of those, if I've never owned it or if I've never used it, I will tell you that in the video. Look, disclaimer. I've never used this piece of equipment. I'm basing this video solely on my opinion based upon the research that I've done on it. Being completely transparent and honest, because that's the way you should do things. We all know, and I'm not going to mention names, I'm sure you've seen them, a few guys here, more than a few people on YouTube, and they come across or try to come across as these geniuses, and not just in the recording studio and the audio engineering field, but a lot of different fields, and they have no idea what they're talking about. I watched a YouTube video once, and the guy was talking about bridges and construction work and mechanical engineering and all of that, and he went into how the Verrazano Bridge in Manhattan has completely fallen apart and they're going to have to tear it down. And then he put a picture rather, of the Verrazano Bridge on his video. First of all, the Verrazano Bridge is not in Manhattan. It is in Staten Island. Number 2, the picture that he put on the video wasn't even a picture of the Verrazano Bridge. These are the types of things that I'm talking about. It's completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary, and I will never do that to you. I keep it clear. I keep it straight. I'm a straight shooter. If I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to make a video about it. Now, why do I say all this? Well, recently, I received a message from someone who said that I was unqualified to be on YouTube making the videos that I make because of a mistake that I made on a video. Now, the mistake was, if you watch my videos and you know that the first 15, 20 seconds, I make a quick introduction. Today, we're going to be talking about, and then from there, I go into that quick little 15, 20-second video of different shots of me in the studio or pictures of me with my guitar in my hand. And then I come back into the video again. We go live like we are here now, and I begin the video. Well, The part of the video where I segue into the musical introduction, I forgot to turn down the volume on it, and it came across very loud. And apparently, he says, if you're a real audio engineer, you should have known better and you should have changed it. So clearly, you are unqualified to be on YouTube. Leave it up to the profession. Just going on and on and on and on. Stop. Please stop. We all make mistakes. We all miss a certain edit. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it. It doesn't disqualify me from being the engineer that I am today. Again, send your comments, send your suggestions, send your critiques. But don't make comments like that, please. Anyway, a bit more about me so that we can clear up what my qualifications are. I have been doing this now for how many years is it? I can tell you that I first opened my first studio back in 1992 in Brooklyn, New York on Flatlands Avenue. Wish I could remember the exact address, but that was going back to 1992 and I can't remember the address. But it was Brooklyn, New York on Flatlands Avenue, and the name of the studio was FX Studio. Hence, today I now have the second studio and I call it FX Studio 2. So, over that period of time, I have been the owner of 2 recording studios. I've worked with numerous bands and artists, both amateur and semi-professional. I have never done any work with anyone that you will see, unless they've, since 1992, when I last worked with them, maybe 5 years later, they got a record deal and I just don't know about it. But to my knowledge, I have never worked with anybody who has gotten a major record deal. I have never worked with anybody with a multi-million-dollar budget behind them and a big-time producer. I've never been to that level. I keep it straight with you. My home studio, upstairs, I do online mixing and mastering for clients. And prior to that, I had FX Studio 1, which was a full-fledged studio. I had clients come in. We would record bands and voiceovers and things of that nature. It was a full-blown recording studio. But right now, I keep it very humble. And if you watch my videos and you look at that little 15, 20-second music clip that I have in the beginning of my videos, you can pretty much see what I have in my studio, aside from what's behind me on my desk, which is the UF8, the UC1, a few other things, and a huge assortment of microphones. Way too many VST plugins that I never should have bought and barely even use anymore. But there are a few of them that I still use, absolutely, because there's some of them that are just tremendous. And maybe one day I'll make a video about that. But anyway, getting back to the topic of this video, I come to you with close to 30 years of experience. I come to you with an open mind in accepting whatever criticisms you may have, whatever suggestions you may have, or whatever the case may be. I have an open mind to that. If you go back and look at my other videos and you look at the comments in there, you will see that I respond to each and every one of them. And like I said, I may have missed one or two, but this is open forum. That's what this is all about, open forum. Let's talk. Let's have these conversations. Let's have these discussions. This is what I enjoy doing. But please, let's refrain from the phony, fake accusations, because you don't even know me. You don't even know my real name. I go by the name of G Sharp Jams. That is not my real name, obviously. It's just the name that I go by here on my YouTube station. You don't even know my name. You don't know my favorite brand of ice cream. You don't know what's my favorite color is. You don't know who my favorite football team is. You know very little about me, but yet you can say that I am unqualified because I made a slight mistake on one of the videos that I made. That is preposterous. I'm not going to let it eat at me. You see, I'm saying it with a smile on my face. I don't let things like that bother me. But I did think, because I got that reaction from somebody, that it would be a good idea for me to make this video and qualify my qualifications to you, the viewers of my channel. I come to you with 30 plus years of experience, a 2-time studio owner. I've made songs of my own that are on Spotify right now, and you're free to listen to them. The information is at the end of all of my videos, so you can go ahead and pull it up and listen to it for yourself. I don't try to come across as something that I am not. I have a very humble home studio upstairs, and I work with clients online. I don't try to tell you that I've got this big mixing board and I'll go in my garage and when I have a big project I'll work with it. I no, it's not who I am. I give you the experience and the expertise over a 30-year period of time. My humble studio upstairs, and it is a very humble studio, but like I've said in another video, it gets the job done. That's all it has to do. I don't need a 32 channel mixing board. I just don't need one. I don't need a $3,000 microphone. I just don't need one because my clients are sending me their tracks with the vocals already on them. I have an assortment of microphones, but that's just for me and my wife and my nephews and my nieces. They come over and they just want to have fun and do whatever, and we'll put together a song and just have fun doing it. I don't need a $3,000 microphone. I don't need a $5,000 compressor. I don't need a $2,000 Pultec or $3,000 Pultec EQ, whatever the price is. But all of that being said, appreciate my subscribers. I appreciate my viewers. If you're a viewer and you're not a subscriber, do me a favor and please subscribe if you're getting something out of this channel. But I just wanted to go there again, not to blow off steam about this one message that I got, but I realized the importance of telling you a little bit more about myself and what my qualifications are. So there you have it. I've got another video coming out on Sunday, the 25th, just 2 days from now. So stay tuned, look for that one. I'm going to get this one out in the next 30 minutes and put it on my computer and send it out to YouTube. Oh, and one other thing while I'm talking about that. When I say I have a very humble setup, this piece of equipment right here that I'm tapping on right here that you really can't see my finger because it's tapping on the screen. But anyway, that's my phone. Okay? That's how humble my setup is. This thing right here is a phone. I don't have a fancy video camera. I have my phone attached to a tripod. The software that I use to make these videos is free software that came with the computer. Very humble, but it gets the job done. And that's all I'm trying to do is share ideas with you and not try to come across as some big time movie producer because I am not. I'm a musician. I'm an audio engineer. That's what I do. I am not a videographer. Now, maybe down the road, and by down the road, I'm not saying next week or next month, but somewhere down the road, I will improve the quality of these videos and make it more of a visual experience for you. But for right now, it's all about just me getting on here and sharing my ideas with you. I hope you can appreciate that as much as I appreciate you. Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for everyone who has subscribed and continues to support me here on my channel. There's plenty more to come. Plenty more to come. I think I showed you this once before. I got this notebook full of notes here, full of ideas, just waiting to put them out one after the other without bombarding you and throwing 3 and 4 videos out there a week. That's too much. That's too much. I'm not a hog for subscribers. I'm not a hog for viewers. They come as they come, and I appreciate them because this channel is growing pretty quickly considering I've only been on now for about 3, maybe 4 months. It's growing pretty quickly, and that's a nice thing to see. But I do this for self-satisfaction, the fun that I get out of it, and the fun that I get out of having the conversations with you either via email or that comment box or just having a conversation right here just like this. Till next time, G Sharp Jams out. Have a great rest of your day.